Welcome back to my channel. We're starting off in a motel parking lot, checking things out to see if we see anything interesting or out of the ordinary. So far, nothing strange. This is the Super 8 Motel, the one that is on Indian School and 27th Avenue. Nothing out of the ordinary going on right here. So now we're going to move on to a different area. So we're just checking things out. I hope that you guys are doing great. All right, let's check things out. Let's go. See if we see anybody or anything interesting. We're in the area of 27th Avenue. Oh, I see the girl right there. I know her, you guys. She was in one of my very first videos called The Conversation on 27th Avenue. You see her right there? Wow. I really was hoping that she would be off the streets. She's so nice, you guys. She's really a good person with a good heart. I really like her. And I really hope the best for her. I hope that she can get help. If you guys see her, if you please help her, like if anybody can help her. She's the sweetest, nicest person. And I'm not just saying that, like, but I talked to her. I met her before, and I met her in the store, like, parking lot over in Indian School on 27th Avenue. And I was just talking to her, and I was like, is it okay if I record it? And she was like, yeah. And she was so nice. But it's kind of sad to see that she's still out here because I had really hoped, for better for her. So I am on 27th Avenue now. I'm headed northbound, and I'm just looking around for familiar faces like I saw with the other girl. And this is Glen Rosa right here. So I think we'll pull in here and see if there's anything going on because this is a very active area and we don't see anything out of the ordinary going on over here. I know last time when we rode through here, we saw like a police bust, and the police had arrested some girl in the apartments over there on this street. So we're just gonna, we're going back to 27th Avenue because there's nothing going on right there. So we're just looking just to see any familiar people. And sometimes when people are walking down the street, it's just people going about their day as usual. Look at this bus stop right there. It's packed. It's really packed again. And nothing's changed in that spot. And I guess over there, that used to be a nightclub or something. Does anybody know anything about that? Like the history of that nightclub and whatever happened to it? Because apparently it's vacant now. And we just see people walking down the street as usual. And I just want to give a shout out to the new members, Willie, Derek, Jared. Thank you for joining the membership and welcome to the channel. I appreciate you guys and thanks for joining. Now we're going to turn over here. We just turned by the Carniceria and we're just going to look over here and there's nothing going on right here. So when I'm driving around, I'm always looking for anything odd, any familiar faces, anything strange going on, things I recognize, cars, people. Okay, you see that person on skates? Okay, so that's interesting. That was like a guy with the long blonde hair. So there's a girl right there on the left. That girl, I see her out here a lot. So I'm just looking around. You know what? I think we need to take a closer look. What do you guys think? There's that girl. Yep. She's out there a lot. And as a matter of fact, I think she's always wearing the same outfit too, which is interesting because at night you see people in different outfits and then the ones that are there at night, they're always wearing different outfits most of the time when you see each other. Now look at those two guys. That was the one who I saw like skating earlier, the one on the right with the long blonde hair with the sunglasses on. So that's interesting, you know. So there's just always different things going on here. So that girl that we just saw, isn't it strange, like she's always out there, and like she's out there by herself. I found that interesting. So we're going to circle around and looking for anything familiar on 27th Avenue now. I think what we should do is we should head back over like to Pearson Street and see if there's anything interesting going on over Pearson. So let's just look. We'll keep a lookout for anything interesting on Pearson. So it's really hot. So somebody's walking with an umbrella to keep the sun off of them. I don't blame them because when it's hot like that, you don't really want the sun beaming down on you. And so we're just looking, checking things out, anything interesting or odd going on. Nothing odd over here so far on Pearson Street. Looks like business as usual in the strip mall area. I don't see anybody hanging out around Pearson right here. It's pretty empty over here. No activity. So I'm just going to turn over here. So what's my rule? My rule is always go back to another place the second time, because when you go back the second time, or sometimes even the third time, things change. The people, the places, things are different, the cars. So we're going to loop around by Hazelwood again just to see if there's anything different, because nothing always stays the same, especially with Pearson Street and Hazelwood. It's not always the same. All it takes is a couple minutes for there to be a change. Okay, so we're just driving along, checking things out, looking for anything odd or unusual. Okay, now we're turning onto Hazelwood. All right, let me see. See anything? I see a girl ahead in the street talking to somebody, talking to a car. There's someone up there talking. Let's take a good look. See if it's somebody we're familiar with. All right. She's talking. Let's see. But now she's walking away. So nothing happened right there. So we'll just take a closer look and see anything change. Oh, that person in blind just skated off. Did you see that? And then the other person's still there in that one spot. All right, now we're going to just turn around. So let's just turn around. It looks like they must have took a garbage can from those apartments. So there's a girl right there, that same girl. She's talking to somebody in this car right here. Look, let's take a good look. You see? Nobody's in the front seat with that guy. She gets into the back seat. No one is in the front seat. See? They're changing up tactics, pretending like it's some kind of a car share ride, like a Uber or Lyft or one of those companies. New York plates. So it's a New York Nissan, a Nissan Rogue SUV. And you see this girl right here in the blonde hair? I see her out here a lot during the days. She's just wearing shorts and sneakers. Yeah, she's talking to somebody in a car too. You know, You know what? I'm going to be extra nosy like you guys like, and I'm going to drive around these different neighborhoods in the area, just right around 27th Avenue, to see if I can find those people. And guess what? They are straight ahead. That's that New York car straight ahead. You see it? The Nissan. And they have like a window covering for the sun, like a sun shield that you put in there to block out the sun, but they're using it to block out the view. Look at this, you guys. They're changing up tactics on us. They're being super, super, super sneaky. And guess what, you guys? They're in the back seat. How sneaky is that? So they're like totally changing up tactics now, huh? But you know what? We're smart. We know. But we're going to drive off. We're not going to like try to spy on them or anything like that. We're just going to drive off. So let's just see what else is going on around here. I so you know where I am, 27th Avenue. So instead of parking on that side of 27th Avenue, they parked on this side, but I canvassed both areas. Look what's going on right here, you guys. What's this? This guy in the yellow shirt is like being held up by this guy right there. I wonder what happened. What is going on? He's trying to hold him up so he doesn't fall. The guy's like falling. I hope he's okay. Where are we gonna go on back to Hazelwood area, because we can't worry about that situation right now. Whatever's going on with that situation, we're over by the Carniceria right there. So we're gonna turn over here and we're gonna look around, see if there's anything else. Nothing out of the ordinary. Looking for familiar faces or anything. There's that girl from earlier in the pink skirt. She must live in those apartments. And then there's that lady with the blonde hair with the shorts and the sneakers. Look at this, you guys. Look. Look. She's getting into the back seat with this guy. Yeah, they are changing up tactics on us for sure, you guys. Now they're pretending like they're getting like taxi rides. Huh. Isn't that interesting, you guys? They're Click like, subscribe, and become a member. Thank you for watching.